Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
I read something about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift the other day.
What'd you read?
Travis Kelce said, in 2.5 years being with this woman, he's never had an argument.
That's a lie.
Exactly.
Come on,
exactly.
Travis.
So
That's
I'm
a
betting
lie.
against Travis Kelce.
Let me just ask this question. They're both super insanely rich, right?
Yes.
And famous.
Yes.
What could they possibly argue over?
You've been married twice, right?
There's always something to
man.
argue
something.
over.
The remote control, what you're watching on
We done?
TV, anything.
I love my wife as much as anybody could love another person. We argue once a day. It's over little stuff most of the time.
But if I could
Occasionally, it's a
hop a
bigger
PJ
stuff.
to anywhere in the world, if I get
never
upset,
about-
I would be going. You know what I
No,
mean?
she'd what? Why are you going on the PJ?
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis. Weekdays at 3 on 710 ESPN. The ESPN. Show and react on the game.
Lakers Spurs from LA Live is the final. The NBA Cup quarterfinals is in the books from Crypto.com Arena.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
This is the Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now. Here's Beto Duran.
All right, 877-710 ESPN, 877-710-3776. Lakers lose to San Antonio in the quarterfinals of the NBA Cup. And I know before you even start, NBA Cup, nobody cares. Stop that. Let's focus on the game. That was an ugly defensive game. You know what? Ugly's not even right because they didn't even play defense. They didn't guard the three-point line. So many wide open shots for San Antonio. Transition defense, sure. Why not? Austin Reeves, Gabe Vincent, I don't know why he's playing. There are a lot of question marks with the Lakers. And we said it earlier in the season before the 20-game mark. Okay, they went 11-1 against teams that had losing records. And I even said it. Be cautious with this. Are they really as good as their record indicates? I said no. Why? Because they're beating teams that are no good, teams that aren't going anywhere. But they were doing the job. They had to do it. The question was going to be, how is that 3-game road trip going to be when they go to Toronto, Boston, and Philly? Hey, they went 2-1. Solid. But in the last 5 games, when they play teams over 500, they're 2-3. They're getting exposed because the bench is not offering anything. They had 2 points. They were outscored 27-2 at one point by the bench, right? San Antonio came in strong. The Lakers were the underdogs, the favorites in this game. And I said it to Michael during the pregame show. And no, Michael did not put this game in the fridge. Don't even start that. Michael said this was going to be a good game, but he thought the Lakers were going to win. It was going to be a tough one. I said, Michael, something about San Antonio I don't like. It was their demeanor during the pregame. The way that they were shooting. The way that this is before the building gets opened up. I was watching the Spurs shoot, and because Carter Bryant, the young man who was first-round pick, I'd known him since he was in junior high, so I wanted to talk to Carter a little bit. And I just noticed the way that Castle was coming out, Fox was coming out. Like, they got a little swag to them tonight. Like, this is going to be a good game. But, damn, a beatdown like that? And what did we see at the end of the game, the fourth quarter? For the first time this season, that fake comeback, where they cut it single digits. Did you really think they were going to win that game? No. This game was out of hand. And credit to San Antonio. They started shooting hot, and they stayed hot. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. If you were at the game, let Funches know where you were sitting, and we'll put you to the front. First-time caller, let them know, and we'll put you to the front. I know there's a lot of frustrated people, and you should be. But my question to you tonight is, were the Lakers getting exposed, or, hey, calm down. No pasa nada. They're all right. They'll figure things out. Where are you on this? I'm not even going to get into the Funches shambles. We're not messing around tonight. Where are you on your concern level, right? Where are you on that? Like, Is it just, a bad game? Austin Reeves looks tired. They'll be all right? Or is it, oh, yeah. Okay, this is why people are saying that the Lakers are good. Definitely one of the better teams in the Western Conference, but they're not elite. Where are you? Is it, as Sedano would say, two things could be true at the same time? Right? Are we in the middle around there? Are you in the don't worry? Or are you in the panic? It's okay to be any of that because this Laker team can give you all those emotions. But first, I'm going to go straight to the audio. Here's J.J. Redick. I want to hear the entire J.J. Redick press conference. It lasted 2:29 because just take you behind the scenes here. So there's a thing called the network postgame, right, inside radio, where it goes out to all the radio affiliates from San Diego up to Sacramento. Fresno listens to us, so they hear all the commercials. That's why I do the network postgame that you'll hear me talking about. And this right now, this is just in L.A. and also on the YouTube chat brought to you by Northridge Toyota. But normally, JJ is talking during this portion of the show. JJ was done talking during the network part, which is, he's mad. And I want to play the entire thing for you. 2:29 of JJ Redick after the Lakers lose.
JJ, it seemed like you got off to a relatively decent start. Where did you see things flip when the Spurs went on that big run, kind of end of first and then through the second?
Just didn't do a good job of getting back in transition.
Anything else stand out either side of the court as they built the lead up before you were able to claw back in a couple times?
There's a lot of things that stood out. I think being able to contain the basketball is probably the most difficult thing for our team right now.
I assume, is there a magic bullet solution to ball containment, or is this going to be a marginal improvement in 6 or 7 different areas that's it's going to take to figure this out?
Yeah, I think you can get better at that. You can get better with our shifts. I mean, there's the things that help you win on the margins we're just not very good at right now. And we got to ask a little bit more of everybody. We don't crash. We can't force a lot of turnovers. We did a terrible job at the end of the first quarter and the second quarter of end of quarter stuff. So that immediately we're behind the 8 ball there. And if a team shoots well, we're going to be really in trouble.
Before the game, we talked about just sort of the nature of like overreaction and stuff like that. When you guys have had losses, like it has felt like a lot of the weaknesses are like really highlighted. Is that how you felt as you kind of like, like, this is everything that's wrong with us and it kind of shows up?
Yeah, but a lot, teams have, there's, very few teams don't have something that you can expose. And, we've consistently got exposed at the same things.
Marcus, the shooting was one thing, but just what did he bring defensively that you guys really maybe have missed in the last few games since he's been gone? Especially in the second quarter.
I think he came in with a lot of energy, couple, sort of rush possessions offensively, but in terms of the try and care factor defensively, definitely had it, and then was able to make some shots in the second half.
That's Lakers head coach J.J. Redick after the game on Spectrum Sportsnet, a game where the Lakers lose to San Antonio. Mind you, San Antonio did this without Wemby. And we saw it on Sunday night when they played Philly, and Maxey was giving it to him. Fast guards going downhill give the Lakers trouble. And you saw that tonight. Lakers, the first half, settling for long jump shots. Yeah, Rui Hachimura was one of the better players in the NBA getting into the paint for that mid-range. Not really happening. Austin Reeves, look, I know it's December. Michael's going to say there's no need for you to be tired, but that guy does not look right. Like, he looks tired. No excuse for that. It just doesn't look right. You should not be going against San Antonio, who doesn't have the all-world player in Wemby, and getting worked like this. And in the first half, forget about it. They were getting run out of the building. And you heard Ireland say, another wide open three. Another wide open three. The Lakers can score. There's no question that the Lakers can score. But the defense, where is that? That's one of the reasons that Jared Vanderbilt doesn't play. He can play defense for you, but he can't shoot. And I saw him pregame. Oh, my God, he cannot shoot right now. Gabe Vincent is supposed to be in there and knock down some threes, right? Nothing doing for you. Why is he getting so many minutes? Why is Gabe Vincent getting that many minutes? Why? Because you look at the bench and there's no depth there. Connect, you're not trusting him. You're not doing anything. Mind you, for San Antonio, you're looking over and you're like, wait, who? Keldon Johnson had 13 off the bench in the first quarter. That's a team that had balance scoring. Lakers, yeah, exposed tonight. 877-710 ESPN, 877-710 ESPN. This right here kind of shows exactly what it was. That fantastic dunk by LeBron, and then the Lakers didn't get back.
Rebound grabbed by the Lakers. Here comes LeBron with 1 minute. 1 minute remaining. LeBron head down, barrels to the rim, and dunks on top of Cornette, and it brings the crowd to its feet. But here come the Spurs. Back the other way. De'Aaron Fox puts up a runner, and they block that.
Yeah. They got back right away. A runner blocked there. Spurs played tough, did not give up. And that's the call of the game, presented to you by the Call Jacob Injury Hotline, the only number LA trusts after an accident, 800-345-6789, 800-345-6789. Your phone calls coming up next, and I see the frustration on the line. Lakers lose. You're listening to the Lakers Postgame Show on ESPN LA.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to step into real luxury, now's the time. Cadillac of Beverly Hills just kicked off the season's best sales event with incredible offers to unwrap for the holidays. Tons of beautiful, brand new Cadillacs to choose from. And it's all happening right now at the best luxury dealership in the world, Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Go see my friends at Cadillac of Beverly Hills today at Wilshire and Robertson in Beverly Hills, or check them out at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
A partridge in a pear tree? How about a cold beer and some crab legs at the marketplace? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
New Year's Eve Regency Ball. Entertainment throughout the casino, 9 p.m. till who knows.
Number 2.
Football playoffs are upon us. Catch all the action on our beautiful big screens everywhere you eat, stay, and play.
And the number 1 reason.
$25,000 in our Jackpot Palooza. Drawing 7 p.m. the 13th.
Morongo. Good times.
Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA sports talk.
This drives me nuts. I've got grays in my eyebrows.
I can't. I cannot see the grays.
You
in your
really
eyebrows.
can't. You can't see gray in my eyebrows. Eyebrows.
No,
I'm turning into Santa Claus.
No, I think it would look weird if you put a Sharpie in there. Yeah.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. This is the Lakers postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
On 710 ESPN. Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
877-710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
Oh, the Lakers played and they lost 132-119. The next time they'll be on the floor will be Sunday night in Phoenix. It'll be a 5 o'clock tip-off in Phoenix. Rams game also going on, so we'll figure out what time the pregame's going on. But the 5 o'clock tip in Phoenix against the Suns, who got beat up by OKC. Points in the paint all season long is brought to you by Vista Paint. Lakers had the advantage, 52-46. Points in the paint sponsored by Vista Paint. For nearly 70 years, Vista Paint has delivered on color, coverage, and service built for the hustle and bustle of California. Vista Paint, contractors trusted and always ready. All right, let's get out to the phone lines. Dale in section 313. You're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What's happening, Dale?
Nothing much, man. Just driving home to Chino Hills, and I was at the game with my lady, and during the game, I'm telling her, why is Gabe Vincent getting so many minutes? He's like useless out there. I mean, I hate to say it. I was telling her, why don't we give the rookie a chance? I do.
I like him. I do, Theo. I like his athleticism. Yeah. I like the way that he plays, but he's also going in there 1,000 miles an hour. And when you're losing, I'm okay. Like, you're going to have to give him some run eventually, but I think this is also J.J. Redick saying, I know what my veterans can do, and Theo is a player that is a wild card right now.
I know, but when you're down by 20 most of the game, it's like, give him some run.
I'm right there with you. That would have been because he's going to give you energy when he comes up, right? He's going to give you a spark. Is he going to help you? Just use him for a few minutes because whatever you're putting out there is not working, Gabe Vincent. Dale, appreciate the call, man. Stay safe on the way to Chino Hills. Stay in the 300s where my people are at. Byron, you're in section 332. You're on the Lakers postgame show. What's happening, Byron?
Hey, Beto, how's it going? And, good. Yeah, it was just a deflating loss. I mean, they were out of it the entire game. Late on the rotations, late getting back. It was just one of those games, And then San Antonio was not missing anything. They were taking advantage of all those wide open shots.
Wide open. Harrison Barnes. You heard Ireland over and over and over. I mean, you didn't because you were at the game. Which by the way,
I did. Yeah.
but it's you swear that Ireland just had a cue card that Funch gave them and said, Barnes wide open 3, knocking it down, and that's what they were doing. There were no rotations. The defense at the 3-point line wasn't there, and you see it especially in the 300 section because you can see how the plays develop up there, like wide open.
I know, and it was just, and they were knocking. You got to give them credit; they were knocking down all those shots because the few that we did take wide open, we were just missing everything, And it's like, on the other hand, they were just making all the shots.
Yeah, they did. Byron, appreciate the phone call. In that first quarter, the bench outscored the Lakers bench. San Antonio did 21-2, and also the first quarter. I know that I'm a big fan of Luka scoring, especially when you have him on Prize Picks, but move the ball around. Guys were falling into the trap of like, okay, Luka's taking over. He's doing whatever he wants, and we're standing there. Somebody cut. Somebody get to the paint. Somebody make some kind of moves in that first quarter. Next thing you know, you're like, wait a minute, down 39-30 in the first quarter. Like, in the first quarter alone, you knew something. Second chance points, Lakers had 0 in the first quarter. Aaron, you're in section P9, behind the Lakers bench. What's going on, Aaron? What you hear?
Yeah, man, just frustrating game to watch. I think for some of the points you hit on, the Luka ball watching, it gets frustrating from a fan. Guys like LeBron and caliber players like Austin watching Luka dominate the ball, and then secondly, Luka AR struggling with LeBron back in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's so much his tired legs. I think he's struggling to find his role. And maybe he's not asserting himself as that number 2 that he should be, and that maybe that's a topic for another day, but he's really struggling to find a groove with LeBron back in the lineup. And, when Luka and LeBron are both out of the lineup, Austin's going for 49. And tonight, I was looking up at the scoreboard and, he's sitting there with 2 points, 5 points. And it's frustrating because you're waiting for him to go off and do his thing. And he's almost being submissive to LeBron being back in that second role, and I think it's affecting the Lakers' offense. We're not going to be known for playing great defense this year. I think that's just the team we've constructed, and we got to live and die by. But right now, Austin's really struggling in that number 3 slot that he's almost putting himself in. And as a fan out there watching it, you're kind of waiting for Austin to get going, and it's tough. He's not doing it. And he's not the Austin Reeves we saw for the first 2 months of the season, and you're kind of wondering when he's going to show up.
Aaron, that's excellent points about Austin Reeves. But, okay, so you're watching at PR9. You're sitting behind the Lakers bench, right? So you're right across from where we sit. And, yeah, I did say he might have looked tired but in the first half because he's been doing a lot, especially the scoring a lot of points. I'm not saying I'm not making the excuses for him, but if you were going to make one, okay, it's maybe catching up to him. But at the end of the day, when you have wide open shots like Austin Reeves had, you got to knock those down. That's what he's there for. And also, if you notice in the second half, he wasn't taking the 3 that was wide open because San Antonio was like, hey, bro, take it. You're cold as heck right now. Take it. So he would attack, get into the paint. A floater wasn't falling for him. Nothing was going for him. And it was just one of those nights right here where he was just cold.
It's been a couple games though now.
Yeah.
So you got to wonder if
Philly was ugly.
It's psychological for him where he's trying to find his niche as the third option, where he's clearly our number 2 option at this point. Yeah. No shades to LeBron, 23 seasons in, 41 years of age. His cap this year is probably 20 points per game, and we got to find that happy medium between Austin and LeBron. Luka's going to get his finest 35 points, and I think the team is designed to play around where Luka kind of dominates the ball, and he's going to find 35 points regardless. And I think you kind of it's the other two that kind of find their roles alongside of him if we're going to have any success as an offense. You know, defensively, we're probably capped on what we can do defensively, which is probably another topic for another day.
Oh my goodness!
But offensively is going to be the Lakers' niche to have any kind of success or sustain the success we've had, and it's going to fall. It's going to fall on Austin Reeves, and he has to assert himself as that number two, the clear-cut number two.
Aaron, appreciate the phone call. Excellent points, Aaron, who was in the PR section. Right? That's really nice seats right there. You get the waiter and everything, all that good stuff. Also, one of the things that I could look at, I was talking with Michael about this. Like, Michael, I want to see Rui take more shots. I want to see Rui be more aggressive. Michael, like, he'll do that. They got to get him the ball. I'm like, Michael, they're not going to be able to find him the ball because it's just not the way this offense is working. Rui Hachimura, going into the fourth quarter, had 2 shot attempts. It just, no. And in the pregame, J.J. Redick was asked about Austin Reeves. I think Warkey from the Athletic asked him about Austin Reeves, how Austin has to play defense against the better players. And that's going to take a toll on you too. But when you have wide open shots, you have to knock them down. So Neil, section 330. The 300 section is coming out strong today. The real fans are coming through.
Real people.
What's happening, Sunil?
Beto, it was good talking to you again, man. Coming back from the game with my daughter here.
Okay.
And disappointing night overall, I got to say, obviously with the loss. But you asked for a little state of the union. Where are we at? Are we good? Are we worried?
Okay. Yeah. Where you at? Where you at with it?
You know, obviously. Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Where am I with that? Yeah. Okay. So I think we got exposed. We got some glaring holes, right? Defensive issues, rim protection. How many layups did San Antonio get? You know, overall, when I look at Lakers where we're at, you know, in the West, OKC, class of their own. But Lakers are still upper echelon. But guess what? You got a team like San Antonio, they're right there in that upper echelon of the West. And when they executed tonight, shout out to them. You know, they executed, they hit their shots. And, you know, but how many times do we see LeBron as a rim protecting protector? Is he in that? Is he optimized for that role? I don't think so. So it's kind of goes to the roster construction and something we need to address.
Yeah,
sooner than later.
Well, absolutely. Trade deadline early February. Sunil, appreciate the phone call. Let's hear from Marcus Smart on, you know, what he saw from the Lakers bench tonight.
You know, it's tough out there. You know, we got a lot of great guys that can score the ball. And you know, make plays. So I guess for us as the bench guys, we just got to find our way within those parameters that we have, and try to find, you know, those shots. It's tough, but we got to find a way.
Marcus Smart, I'm a big fan of him. I've always been a fan of his. That's why when he went to Memphis, like, really? Washington, really? What are you doing there? You're being wasted there. He needs to be on a winning team, and he's with the Lakers and off the bench hitting 8 3-pointers. But his approach, his attitude, his leadership. Like, he's not a star, but he's a leader, and he's going to speak up about that.
For one, I lack of communication. You know, this team does a really good job, you know, when it comes to in the open court and transition. And, you know, they got one of the fastest players in the league with Fox. So we just didn't do a good job of getting back and communicating with one another. And we got to fix that. That's going to be key for us. When we can get people in the half court, set our defense, it makes it easier on us. When we got to get out and run and chase from behind, it makes it a lot harder.
That's Marcus Smart after the game on Spectrum Sportsnet. And good job by Rebecca, who's doing our highlights tonight, labeling these because they're coming in quick right now. And here's Marcus Smart on the defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just right now, you know, we're obviously we haven't been where we wanted to be. You know, coming back from the East Coast, long trips. We just got to refocus, got to recalibrate. Right now, you know, we're kind of droggy. And, you know, we're seeing it out there. We feel it as players, the coaching staff, and I'm sure the fans feel it too. But, yeah, we just got to recalibrate, you know, and that's really it. You know, we're going to get it together. But right now, we're trying to find it and trying to find where we need to go.
Lakers lose tonight, 132-119, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. Again, if you're at the game, you get priority, just like Carlos, who was in section 305. You're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What's up, Los?
First time on the line. I just wanted to say.
Wait, hold on. We didn't hear the beginning of you. You said something line. What happened?
Oh, it's my first time here on the line.
Oh, okay. What's happening, Carlos? Welcome.
What's up, man? I usually go to the Lakers game one time a year, and today happened to be that one time. I just want to say what was going on with Marcus Smart. He was throwing wild shots, missing those three-pointers. Too many shots for Marcus Smart tonight.
Carlos, without him, it's not even this close. He hit 8 3-pointers.
Yeah, but he was missing some wide-open shots. I know he has some great defense, but disappointed with Marcus Smart.
All right, Carlos, I hear you. I appreciate the phone call. Marcus Smart getting some shade. Hey,
why is he disappointed?
Because he should have hit 9 3-pointers, okay, Funch? Well, Carlos, appreciate the phone call.
Why? I mean, seriously.
All right.
He's one of the guys that came up to showed up to play.
Hey, everybody is out there because everybody could catch the strays tonight, Funch. And you know who else right now? I'm pretty sure, I haven't looked in the chat because I'm busy hosting the show, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of AR hate going on because there's people who are going to say he's not worth the contract he's going to get.
Oh, my God. Bad game.
No, he's had a couple bad games. You weren't here this weekend.
I wasn't here this weekend.
But here's the thing about Austin Reeves. You got to remember this. Wherever he's traded to, nobody is going to trade for Austin Reeves knowing that he's going to walk as a free agent. Right? He's going to be a free agent, and he's going to test free agency. He could have re-signed with the Lakers, and he has every right to see where the market is at for him. So if you're a team who's going to trade somebody that can help the Lakers out, why are you going to go and get somebody who can walk in the free agency? Now, there's certain teams that don't care about that because they're worried about their salaries and what they're going to be at in the cap. But do they really have any players that are of value? 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. Inglewood, our good friend, that dude Juice. What's happening, man?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
I've been
waiting. Love the show.
Yep.
Love the show. So, it's a couple of problems, and people are not addressing this. And Phoenix did the same thing. If you press the Lakers full court, that takes them out of rhythm of their offense. A lot of teams go back, they get back, and then they get set, they play like a zone, and so on and so forth. Phoenix did it, and San Antonio did it. That's hard for people to kind of get their offense going. That's one of the first problems. The second problem is it takes a lot of energy to do what Reeves do. And Reeves, it's hard for him to get his legs back. People are like, oh, he's not knocking down the shot. Reeves is a hell of a player, and he's been in the gym, but he's a one-sided player. And a lot of that shaking and baking, and then he got to come down and then play defense, he don't have the legs right now. So he's going to have to take a load management couple of days to get his legs back in order for him to regroup. Luka can score anywhere. He can score anywhere. But if Luka going to cry every time he misses a shot, that's a problem. That's a problem that Dallas was like, you'll see why we made this trade. Luka cried too much. And then you say, well, why is Gabe get so many minutes? Gabe is one, between him, Marcus Smart, and Vandy, they're the toughest dudes on the team. Some of the toughest dudes on the team. And if Gabe was 6'6", he'll be a monster. But he's putting him in the game because he's physical. He's a little physical, statty little player, but he's too small. So if the Lakers don't make it's either they're going to have to sign Reeves now or either let Reeves walk like you said. But DeAndre Ayton ain't it. He wasn't in the game, middle of the third, only got in for a little bit. He's not it. We need a solid big. Cornette didn't do nothing but just clog up the paint and then made his shots at the free throw line. And last but not least, Reeves' game is predicated on free throws. We got they was 30. The margin was 36-23 tonight. Mm-hmm. If Reeves don't get to the free throw line, he ain't scoring 30, 40 points.
He had an and one.
How many free throws he shot tonight?
He had an and one.
Yeah, one free throw.
And one, yep.
Yep, that's it. If Reeves is getting to the free throw line 13, 14, 15 times a night, that adds up at a certain point. And it's the best way to score is without the clock moving. So Reeves ain't getting to the free throw line, and he's taking all his energy trying to play defense against one of the fastest first step players in De'Aaron Fox in the game. Oh, it's a problem.
Well,
so don't address this or whatever, and that zone defense that they got, it's either you say, LeBron, thank you very much for playing with us. You're a hell of a player. You're the all-time scoring leader. But next year, we're going to have to, that $53 million, we're going to have to go out there and we're going to have to make some moves. But either you got to make a move. Either you sign the trade Reeves now, say we're going to do your contract, give them big, make them valuable, because after the trade deadline, the power's in his hand because he can be a free agent.
Absolutely.
Love y'all show. Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate it.
Juice, always bringing it, always strong. Excellent points there by him every single time that he calls. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776.
There's something I don't agree with him, though.
What you got?
Just the fact that, like, if Reeves is a really good player, only if he gets to the line. I mean, I'm looking at the players that.
No, he said not only just more of Reeves' game. He is predicated on against. Like,
I know, but also,
which means
I don't know if it's like that too, man.
Which means that Reeves is attacking. He wasn't attacking.
Yeah,
tonight,
I can agree with that.
That's what it is.
I can agree with that.
His game, yes, he can knock down the threes, but he has to attack.
You know, but
he has to
but
get
the art
there.
of getting to the free throw line is like an art, man. Like I'm looking at the top 5, free throw attempts leaders in NBA. It's like Luka, Shea, Austin Reeves, James Harden, Devin Booker. Like these guys are major players. It's like an art.
Austin Reeves should be shooting more than one free throw. The only free throw he got was because it was an and one. Did he get hacked a few times?
Oh yeah, and the rest. The rest were looking out for San Antonio, man.
But stop with that.
That's
San Antonio.
That's right.
San Antonio guys got hacked too.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Everybody's bodies were flying tonight. Like Luka got a tech or something tonight, so he needs to be careful with that. He has 5 now. Let's see here. Our player of the game. Well, it's going to be in San Antonio. Who do we want to go with? We want to go with Barnes? We want to go with Fox? Who do we want to go with? We'll go Fox.
35 seconds remaining. Here's Fox. Three-pointer. Good again.
That was a tough shot over Jackson Hayes. James Harden step back.
Yep. Tough shot. Made it look easy. De'Aaron Fox, tonight's player of the game, driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. It's the Here and Now sales event. The clock is ticking. Don't wait to grab a great deal on a new Toyota. We make it easy. Still got the Tacoma. Trying to get that Tundra for next week. That way I can pull up at Christmas and floss on my sister who's a hater. Because she doesn't know where I work and what I do. So she's just like, oh. The other day, she's like, you have a new truck? So I'm going to pull up on the Tundra with her. 877-710-ESPN. Walrus and Encino. On the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Hey, what's up, Beto? What's up, Funch? Welcome back. And said to Funch on the phone, it was, of course, it's a shambles game when you come back. And he goes, well, I'm all about that, Of course, this is what I'm here for. Get in with you, Funch. No, really, though, this game tonight, I think even if the Lakers play well, they might still lose because that Spurs team was just, man, they were just going, man. When you have Stephon Castle dropping 30 on 10 of 14, hitting 3 trays, 7-9 from the line, 10 boards, 6 assists, I mean, that guy's a real player, man. Real player. De'Aaron Fox, super quick, hitting his shots. You got 17 and 16 off the bench with Keldon Johnson and Julian Champagnie. I mean, they played really well. But, look, man, I'm always going to go back to this, Beto. Always. Win or lose, the Lakers need to play good, smart, offensive basketball. Too many stupid threes. Marcus Smart made up for that. If you take a look at this stat sheet, it's very it's deceptive because without those Marcus Smart, 8 threes I think he got, right? The threes are absolutely god-awful. So, and the free throw line, I mean, they weren't aggressive like the Spurs were, it drives me crazy, man. Luka or Austin with the ball, 4 guys standing on the arc, not moving around.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm on the sidelines, Beto, okay, if Coach Walrus is on the sidelines, I'm yelling 2 acronyms, all right? NSA, no standing around, and MTWS, MWTS, move without the ball.
They weren't moving.
I mean, they weren't moving, man.
You can't see on
just
TV, but because certain, they cut certain angles. But that first half, I looked next to one of the Lakers interns is next to me, and we both looked at each other like, it's 1 against 5 right now because it was just Luka dribbling, and then Luka getting into the paint, putting up a shot, and then complaining to the ref. That was in the first quarter. Rui was
when you're looking at a basketball court, Beto, to exactly the point you're making. If you're looking like I sometimes I just like stare at the free throw line and kind of try to just like get everything in one frame, if you will, in my mind. And when you see all 5 of the defenders inside the arc, right, and then one guy with the ball, like you're saying, Luka, Austin, LeBron, whoever, and then the rest of the team on the arc, unless you're the Golden State Warriors, with Steph and Klay Thompson in open threes, it's the stupid basketball, So, hey, you know what, though? Here's a couple of silver linings. Number one, Marcus Smart. I don't know what that dude who went to the game saw, but Marcus Smart had a really good game, okay?
Yeah,
so that was a good silver lining. And two, they're getting a good amount of rest right now. So, you want to be able to compete, for the Cup, do as well as you can. But you know what? Spurs are about to run into a buzzsaw in OKC. I think that's going to be a pretty good game, though. And, you got to take your lessons away from this game. You really do. As always, great show, guys. And you know what I'm about to say. Go Lake Show.
Yeah, OKC has now won 16 games in a row. More of your phone calls coming up. On a night where the Lakers lose 132-119. YouTube chat. I'm going to go jump in there real quick. Go to ESPN Los Angeles YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Brought to you by our good friends at Northridge Toyota. More of your calls coming your way. Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Hey, Dad, I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends January 5th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Sports talk, pop culture, and non-stop chaos.
Wow, Bergie just threw his headphones.
Yes, Bergie, throw your headphones.
Oh, my goodness.
Mornings in L.A. will never be the same.
Start with USC, please.
But I would just say this.
Can we thank USC for playing in this season? Participating in this season. Grab your Come on, Bergie.
Oh, you had your chance.
Wow, Bergie just threw his headphones.
Yes, Bergie, throw your headphones. Come on, Bruin boy.
Somebody help me, please.
I'm telling you. Oh, yeah.
Broke them. Oh, he did break them.
He broke them. Oh, my goodness.
Hang with Sedano and Cap every weekday morning starting at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The most trusted injury attorney in Los Angeles has a new number.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
This is the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
Call now to be part of the Lakers postgame show and react on the game.
Once again, here's Beto Duran.
Lakers lose tonight. They're eliminated from the NBA Cup, and just for getting to the quarterfinals, they get $53,093 per player. Two-way players will get half of that, so they'll get half of $53,000. And head coaches receive the same share as the players. Assistant coaches get prorated shares. By going to the semifinals, the Spurs are guaranteed at least $106,000. The winner, of course, of the NBA Cup gets $530,000. Let's go back out to the phone lines. Ron, the caddy, is on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What's up, Ron?
Dude, what is going on, man? The group chat is going off the charts per usual. Look, you guys, we didn't do what we had to do tonight. It's okay. First of all, it's too soon, guys. Enter the group chat, this and that, AR, blah, 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 blah. Dude, you know what? Look, it's too soon. Let's start being very critical about how we are playing after the All-Star break. Please. Okay? Look, we're doing what we're doing. Look at the positives. We had Mr. Smart in his cubicle waiting for his stapler. He made 8 3-pointers, dude. That's the start. My favorite white boy, AR, dude, AR-15, he can't do it all the time. Okay? Guys, relax. The group chat is going wild, and the people who are listening while they're driving, relax, you guys. Relax. We're trying to figure out the team who we're supposed to be. And guess what? We're doing that little by little. But let's not freak out. And, we got to do this. The group chat is wild, dude. I mean, if you're listening, go to the group chat on YouTube. It's nuts. But, guys, relax. Let's start being critical after the All-Star break. And that's all I got to say. Ron the Caddy, out.
Solid. Very, very solid by Ron the Caddy. 24 games into the season, you do want to relax. But Ron, I'll let you say it. It is a lot of relax, and you want to evaluate this team after the All-Star break. That's what you want to do. But Ron, this team is starting to get exposed in their weaknesses.
He had a good point. What's going on here?
Sometimes you just got to let a peacock fly, bro. But I get what you're saying, Ron, about wait to evaluate this team after the All-Star break. I'm going to do this. I want to evaluate after the trade deadline, which is February 6th. I want to see what kind of adjustments, what kind of additions/subtractions that Rob Pelinka in the front office does. That's what I want to see. Because right now, you're looking at a Jared Vanderbilt who is not going to play. And it looks like the head coach wants offense. If you can score, you're going to play. And you're going to try to outscore somebody. And the Lakers, the offense is no problem. But it's giving up 132 that is the problem. How many games have they averaged where they're giving up over 122? That's the problem. So before you start wondering about Jared Vanderbilt, he's not going to play. He's not going to play. And it looks like Redick is tightening up his rotation even tighter. 8 guys maybe. And Gabe Vincent is going to be the veteran that he trusts. Gabe Vincent been there, done that. That's what it's going to be. All right. Well, if you're Pelinka, look around. What can you do to add to this team to make it better? Get reinforcements for what is probably LeBron's last year with the Lakers. If there is a trade to be made where Austin Reeves can get you a haul, then do it. You do it. It's going to be very, very hard. And I know a sign and trade is what everybody says. The sign and trade. Who really wants to take on the $45 million that Austin is going to want to command? Right? That's going to be the hard part. This is why the front office.
A guy that makes that much money is our first option, too.
Correct, Bunch. But, again, before people say, you can't pay him that much, that's just the market of where it's at. That's where there's some guys, you look at their contract, like Michael talks about in the pregame, goes, how does he make that much money? Well, that's what the market is for some of these guys. So, yes, there is that relax, calm down, but you're starting to see there might be some cracks in the boat, right? The boat's not taking water, but there might be little chips there. Always good. Ken in Newport Beach. You're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. Hello, Ken.
Hey, hi there. I'm disappointed because the superstar for the Spurs didn't play. And you had to think that the Lakers were going to win this game. Now, Reeves, last 2 games, is shooting 28%. That's not him. Something else is going on there. But the thing that really disappoints me is when another team has got a lot of young, fast people that can shoot threes, the Lakers are always in trouble. And although Smart had a phenomenal game, a really phenomenal game, there was an article over the weekend that pointed out that, and this came from an NBA writer, that the Lakers are last in the entire NBA in bench points. That changed a little today, but I was disappointed because it didn't look like the Lakers really cared about that $300,000 that they potentially could have played for. It wasn't a normal game that you would expect, especially with San Antonio's superstar not in the game.
So, Ken, you mad? You surprised? What do you got? Wow.
I'm sorry?
Are you mad? You surprised? What do you have, Ken?
No, I'm surprised. I don't get mad, but I just, I'm a stat hunter, and I'm trying to figure out why the Lakers lose to teams that it was almost like they were playing a college team. There was like 3 guys that were young, and they were running the heck out of the Lakers. Something's got to change there. I'm just not sure what it is. But wide open three-pointer after wide open three-pointer, that's not going to work in a playoffs.
Ken, appreciate the phone call. As always, let's get through December before we even start talking about the playoffs. So Austin Reeves, I'm looking up the numbers. Like everybody just throws out, 40, 45, 50. That was reckless by me. I just looked it up right now. Dave McMenamin wrote the story a couple weeks ago. Austin Reeves could possibly make a $241 million contract. He's eligible for a 5-year, $241.
Somebody's going to give it to him.
Yeah. So the Lakers can give him 5 years, $241 max deal with the Lakers, or he can get 4 years, $178.5 from other teams. Insiders expecting more than $30 million average annual value. So that's a lot. If you were Austin Reeves, are you doing a sign and trade? Hell no. Let me help you get better to go make a championship run, and then I'm in a lottery team? Nah, bro. That's the power that the player has. Fantasy Springs Resort Casino has leveled up with an all-new rewards club, giving you more of what you want, and it might be your lucky day because tonight Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving you a 2-night stay plus dinner and golf or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at FantasySpringsResort.com. Let's go back out to Lakers locker room. Here's LeBron James about, somebody just brought up the playoffs, right? Well, it's December. What about the playoffs, LeBron?
It's December what? Are you talking about the playoffs? Nah, I can't do that. It's not okay. Not my mindset. I can't think about what we can do in the playoffs in December. What I can say is that, the habits that we built throughout the regular season each month, if we are in a position to make it to the postseason and be able to get to that point, well, we have to build it now. So, but as far as talking about what type of damage we can do in the postseason in December, it's not right for the basketball gods, not for me.
That's LeBron James after the game on Spectrum Sportsnet. I looked this up right here. Reggie Miller. Now, Reggie said this on the Dan Patrick Show. He said, quote, "To me, no one saw this coming. Look, no one saw this coming. He went undrafted. He wanted to sign with the Lakers. He saw a fit in a place." Talking about Austin Reeves. He said he could be number one on a bad team, or if he stays with the Lakers, he could be an unbelievable Robin to Batman, Reggie Miller said. Quote, "He is one of the biggest voices on this Laker team, so $50 million is coming his way either from the Lakers or someone else. That matter will be it for 5 years or 4 years. He's in it somewhere, yeah, and don't begrudge him making that money," from Reggie Miller. I mean, again, the numbers are all over the place for Austin Reeves, but the numbers alive with tonight is not good.
Did you know John Ireland went to college with Reggie Miller?
Oh. Never heard that one before. Thanks for giving me something new there.
Dropping knowledge, baby.
Dropping knowledge. Andy, you're in section 206 tonight. You're on the Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN. What's up, Andy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, man. What do you got?
So definitely frustrating game, like a lot of people said. I don't know. I feel like I usually get more frustrated with these type of games. We got for sure out physicaled. They played a lot better than we did. I just feel like we thrive off that defense and rebounding. Especially, I loved it when earlier in the season, Jackson and Aiden, like the last game I was at was the Clippers game, the other NBA Cup game, and Jackson stepped in for Aiden and just you clean the boards, and he was just protecting the rim. It was really, really nice to see, and I just didn't really get that energy from anybody tonight. So
not at all,
kind of frustrating.
Not at all. And
yeah.
then there was a sequence in the second quarter. I think Luka was shooting free throws, and it was just dead silent in there.
Yeah, it's just, especially down the stretch, we had that nice surge, just those big plays, the Austin Reeves and one, and it was like, okay, maybe we're turning a corner. We battled back. The crowd's on their feet. Everything's kind of coming together, but we need this stop. We need this energy, and it just didn't come together because I think it was just a lack of energy, lack of on an effort. I mean, you guys talked about Reeves maybe looking tired or something like that. I know it was a long trip previously, but I don't know. I really like when they got that energy up, that ball movement, but also that defense and rebounding because I feel like it leads to the points,
Absolutely. And then you saw it from San Antonio, especially LeBron had that monster dunk and San Antonio answers with the block afterwards. How?
That was yeah, right. That should have been one of those moments, kind of similar down the stretch in the fourth, where it's like that's like something that kickstarts your comeback and winning the game. But it like we've been saying, it just didn't really come together. And long season. So definitely nothing to freak out about, but definitely got to get back on the horse and keep going.
Andy, I appreciate the phone call. ESPN Los Angeles has the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Reese and Tim are out back there working hard, and look at the comments right now. Of course, it's brought to you by Northridge Toyota. My boy Reed Malieb and the crew at Northridge Toyota. Peter Acevedo, who works hard in the YouTube chat, and it's almost like he works here, writes, Lakers are about winning rings. AR and Luka ain't going to do that, I believe, so why not get talent for him now? Yeah, if you can get the talent. But you got to remember, Rob has said it last year, or I think a couple years ago. He's like, you can't buy something that's not on the market. Right? That's what the market is going to dictate for you. And when you know that you're a buyer, the price goes up. Nobody is going to do any kind of move with the Lakers that doesn't include draft picks. They've been holding on to them for a while. They've been really tight with them. They're not going to give up those draft picks. And before you start talking about Giannis, stop. AR's not going to Milwaukee for Giannis. So they're going to lose Giannis and a guy who's going to want to test free agency? Yeah. No. Again, that's the sports talk hyperbole and the hypothesis. Say that for Sports Graffiti with Mason and Ireland at 1 o'clock. That's where you can do all that. Right now, we just react to the game. You know what? Last call of the night. I'm going to do a Funch because a lot of comparisons are coming in because of one game. You don't want to lose Austin Reeves like you lost Caruso.
Oh, no.
Yes, it is. Southgate, home of the Rams. Black and red. Carlitos Caruso's on the line. What's up, Los?
What's up, man? What a horrible game. I just want to make it clear. I'm a Laker fan. We want the best for our Laker team, but, man, what a horrible loss. We didn't even get to go to OKC and see where we're at. It just shows us how we're worse than what we thought. I think we got out-coached. I also think that that we need to figure out the best way of moving on. I don't think Austin Reeves is worth 240, like you said earlier. I think he's not a player that defends, and I think we should start looking into seeing the last time I called, I asked Beto, hey Beto, what do you think about the analytics? And I believe that now that
Carlos,
new ownership's coming in, we have to be smart about moving forward.
Los, hold on real quick. I'm not going anywhere. In and out's open until midnight tonight, right?
Okay.
So I'm glad that you bring up the analytics. I was thinking about you in the pregame because JJ Redick was asked about the analytics and what the defensive analytics are telling him about the way that the team played on the road trip. And JJ Redick brought up that members of the analytics department had numbers for him, but JJ even said that he stopped looking at them closely around the 8th, 9th game. He said because the sample size is too small right now to really figure out who goes where and how. And he said, of course, he pays attention to the analytics, especially the defensive analytics that they give him. But he was paraphrasing, essentially saying it's just the first quarter of the season right now with some of these guys' defensive analytics. And also because they haven't had their entire lineups together, so some of those numbers could be skewed. But good stuff, though, Carlos. I appreciate you bringing that up the other day.
Yeah, I just really think that well, I've told you already, Beto, this is not a team we're not gonna win like this. So as a Laker fan, I'm really looking forward to the future with this new ownership. And I think Reeves is not going to be in the picture. I just think he's a great scorer, but I think he's not an overall player, and I think we should get rid of him. And I think that we should get something before he becomes a free agent.
Yeah, Los, I agree, because if you have an expiring contract, somebody that you can get value for, and he has a lot of value, you do it. It's just more of what team is going to want to take on a guy who probably doesn't want to be in that city. And the sign-in trades are hard to execute. Carlos, do you sleep with a white headband like Caruso?
No, I do not. As a matter of fact, every time I see Caruso, I'm fighting with all my friends because all my friends are like, "What are you crazy? Caruso's great." And I'm like, "No, this is not what we need. We're not going to win a championship with him."
Yeah. Carlos, appreciate the call, man. I love talking to you. One of these days, I'm going to see you on Tweety or something, man. We're going to get little tacos or something out there. I was actually Gonna go play Southgate Park in a couple of days from now, Funch.
Wow.
Come hang out with me, man.
No.
Come on. Play some golf in Southgate Park.
I don't know how to play golf.
Neither do the people there. I was actually either Southgate Park or Bellegarden, or Ford Park in Bellegarden. I'm going to go check that out. Little par 3, 9th hole. But you should come golf with me one day.
I would love to, actually.
9
I
holes.
don't have any clubs or anything. What do I wear?
You don't need it. You don't
what
need
do
it.
I wear?
At a pitch and putt, which is
Can I wear my cutoff just jorts?
Yes. A par 3 is all you need. Johan behind you, who's working with us tonight, he's a golf coach.
Oh, wow.
Johan is a coach for the Southern California Golf Association, an intern here, proud of Dominguez Hills. So he could be our coach. We'll take him a little pitch and putt. Don Kanabi.
I could be related to Tiger Woods. I don't know.
Just because you're Thai?
Yeah. And black.
I didn't know that part. No color
Wrap
lines.
up the show.
As Theo would say, no color lines. All right, good show, everybody. Appreciate everybody that contributed, that called. We will talk to you Sunday. A busy Sunday here at 710 ESPN, as there will be a Rams game. And then at 5 o'clock, the Lakers are going to be in Phoenix taking on the Suns, who also got eliminated tonight from NBA Cup action. Great job by everybody behind the scenes. Rebecca, Will, Funch, Johan, Tim, and Reese. Tomorrow on Sportsman Live with Evan and the crew. It starts early. Sedano and Cap at 7 o'clock. Actually, Sedano, Cap, and Acevedo at 7 o'clock. He's part of the show because he's always in there right at 7 o'clock, ready to go. And 9 o'clock will be Rich Eisen. 12 to 3. Ireland has to work now. Ireland was supposed to be on a plane tomorrow.
I know. He was talking about it during a break.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on a plane. So now Mason and Ireland, you're going to hear them tomorrow with 12 to 3. And then DeMarco and Travis. And I will be, what am I doing this weekend?
Also after DeMarco and Travis. After DeMarco and Travis, we have Lakers talk as well with Andy Kamenetsky.
Cool. So what are you doing this weekend?
I don't know. I'm really working. I'm working on Sunday.
Yeah, well, Saturday, I'm working the LA Bowl. Washington, Boise State. Catch your boy on the sidelines for ESPN
Washington,
Radio.
Boise State. Is DeMarco Farr going to be with you?
No, I'm working with Max Brown, former USC quarterback, and Mike.
That's his alma mater.
Yeah, Mike Cousins be on the broadcast for ESPN Radio broadcast of the LA Bowl. Your boy on the sidelines, working SoFi, Funchy.
Nice.
Little Saturday night. You know what that means? We gonna sizzle.
Oh, I was going to go to Rally Burger after. Or Checkers, whatever they call it.
There's a Sizzler right next to SoFi, bro.
Okay.
That serves beer. I get you, Fudge.
All right,
You mess everything up. All right, we'll talk to everybody. Have yourself a good show. Talk to everybody Sunday. Appreciate everybody. Beth Duran, thanks for listening to Lakers Postgame Show. They lose tonight, 132 to 119. Have yourself a great night, everybody. Thanks for listening to 710 ESPN.
Lakers Spurs from LA Live is the final. The NBA Cup quarterfinals is in the books from Crypto.com Arena.
Lakers basketball on ESPN LA. Presented by Michelob Ultra. No matter what you're playing for, make it superior with Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, a superior taste worth playing for. Official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Driven by Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Visit CadillacofBeverlyHills.com.
Lakers basketball is presented by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino.
Thank you for listening to Lakers basketball tonight against the Spurs. Game 25 of the season is Thursday, December 18th in Utah as the Lakers visit the Jazz. Coverage begins at 4:30 p.m. with the Toyota Lakers Countdown with Bethel and MT. Tip-off at 6 p.m. Lakers versus Jazz. We'll talk to you Thursday, December 18th on ESPN LA.